Well, contracting a business. How are you doing? Grab that cup of coffee, your contractor's notebook. And since I'm asking the question, have you considered becoming a contractor? How about you just grab a cup of coffee and take a seat? Or just tune in while you're driving to work or getting the kids together this morning? This question comes from my coach was reviewing my page, and she asked the question when she reviewed one of my copies, was saying, is this for me? Because I don't consider myself a government contractor. And in my mind, I was saying she would make the perfect government contractor. Her services and skills translates perfectly to a service that the government would purchase. So I thought about it. Have you ever considered becoming a government contractor? There are a lot of businesses, fully established coaches, fully established consultants who would be perfect contractors, who could, quite frankly, become government contractors within 3 months, but never thought contracting is for me. And I believe it's because the contracting process, quite frankly, can come across confusing at times. Or they just never saw themselves in that position because they never quite transitioned or saw their skills in that light. As we come into the room, say hello. And as we believe over here, you don't grow alone. Share the live. Then if you're catching this by replay, hashtag replay. So have you ever thought about becoming a contractor? And there are a series of reasons why you should become a government contractor. One of which is you're working with the largest client there is. And during the Great Reset, government contractors actually grew their business. I believe the last number I saw was 20%. Government contractors who were able and who had solid business structure actually saw their businesses grow 20% during the Great Reset. That's what I call COVID, the Great Reset. So, have you ever thought about it? Have you ever seen your services or have you ever saw yourself as a government contractor? Something to think about. Hmm. But on to the other things this morning. There are new changes. Well, not so new, but there are some changes coming down the pike, and we're entering tax season for business owners. Yes, it is tax season. I've been taking my tax courses, getting ready for tax season. So, have you prepared your books and records? Have you met with your tax professional? And if you're one of the people who say, I prepare my own books, have you met just with a tax professional just to see what the difference would be having someone else prepare them versus you prepare them. As you grow in business and as your business scale, there are some things you may want to consider passing off or no longer doing, and hiring a skilled professional to do your taxes and provide tax planning services is one of those things. And I know there's a resistance to doing that. I prepare taxes, and doing my own taxes is no longer something that I'm doing. Why? Because it's something I shouldn't do. I should not do my own taxes. I said it the other day, and it's something that a coach of mine says. The picture can't see his own frame. Oftentimes, you do not see the holes within your own company because you're intimately involved with it. So that extra set of eyes, that extra, that outside view, that objective opinion is priceless. So as you scale and grow, having someone else do your taxes is something you should consider. As you scale and grow from a $50,000 to $100,000 to a $500,000 business, the tax person who is currently doing your taxes may not be the person who should do your taxes when you become a $1 million business. You should perform an assessment along those lines. It's just something to think about. Each stage of the game, each stage of elevation requires something new from you and something new from those who service you and your company. You can't do the new you using old resources. I'm going to say that again. You can't do the new you, or you can't always do the new you using old resources. Now, if you go back and tap the old resources and they have capabilities yet untapped, then go for it. And oftentimes, we don't tap the resources we have because we don't ask or we're not utilizing them. But then sometimes we hold on to resources that just no longer serve us. We're entering that time of year where things are going into a refresh cycle. That's what I feel like the fall and winter season is, a refreshing. And your business should undergo a refreshing. Some people are getting ready to take vacations. Whether you celebrate the holidays or not is not important. This is a time typically people set aside for families and to refresh and to reframe. And that should include your business. And remember, government contractors, you are a business as well. And with that, I invite you to come back tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and join me for another edition of Contracting and business. Have an amazing day.